Rock Solid Musicast Experience. Aaron, David, Patrick.
ADP.
Thank you. This week, I saw Michael Sweet from Stryper post this on his Facebook. My Stryper album ranking as of 22. And I don't know if this is worst to first or first to worst.
Oh, it's got to be best to least or best to worst or whatever, because Against the Law is by far their worst album. that is that's not even like that's probably worse than his second solo album he did, Michael Sweet.
Yeah,
it was bad.
You know, I really want to get him on the show.
Yeah. It was on Benson Records.
Oh,
it was
well. That's all you got to say. It was on Benson.
It was horrible.
And where is Benson now? Oh yeah, they're out of business. Now we have probably the biggest Stryper fan in Kentucky, in Patrick Rivers, right?
That's right.
Stab you in your face, because I had to scroll back to our text messages right here to find out how I initially responded to your let's do this on the show. And my exact quote, and I do quote, unpopular opinion, Stryper sucks, and they always have.
And so we're gonna let Patrick go last on this one. You and me, Aaron, we'll tag team this thing. All right.
Okay.
I'll hit first with because I'm just gonna go top three.
Okay.
Okay. Keep it simple.
I have a top 5 list.
All right, you got a top 5. I'm just gonna go top 3 because these are probably my 3 favorite Stryper albums. Number 1 would be To Hell with the Devil.
Bingo.
I think that they really figured it out by that point. And of course, one of my, not just my favorite Stryper song, but one of my all-time favorite songs, Calling on You, is on that album. My number two is Yellow and Black Attack. That's where I first heard Stryper. Somebody gave me that cassette on Enigma Records. And I was like, what is this? Oh, and all I was listening to, my mom would not let me listen to anything but Christian music. So all I was listening to at the time was, Petra and C. Taylor. So Yellow and Black Attack was like a slap in the face. Then my number 3 would be Soldiers. And I know people love their version of Battle Hymn of the Republic, but every time I hear it, I cringe. It is so cringeworthy. It's funny. But it's still a great album, and I would love to drive that van. I'd like that parked in my driveway, please.
That's a cool van.
With the gun turrets.
I think Patrick would even drive that.
Would you drive that? Would you drive that to gigs, Patrick?
I absolutely would not.
What if it ran?
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron, what's your top 5?
First would be To Hell with the Devil, but by far their best album.
Yeah, I think it's their best.
And then the album you probably have one of your worst. In God We Trust. Number 2. I love that album.
Yeah, I hate that album.
Yeah, Soldiers Under Command is number 3. And then I like the new album, The Final Battle, and then I would probably go with Fallen after that. And so I love that song Yahweh. It's a Stryper classic to me, and that's on the album. And then 5A and 5B could be
he's got a 5A and a 5B, Patrick.
Wow.
Yeah, of course he does.
You have to include Yellow Black Attack. I mean, just a raw album.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
And so I found it hard that Patrick didn't like Stryper, but I can understand, music and food. You can, some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay.
And that's when Patrick texted me and said they suck, and I went, "This is great. This is what I want."
Yeah,
because I want to counter to what we have said as far as being Stryper fans. By the way, which album is the one with "Make God Great Again"? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Make Love Great Again.
Yeah, Make Love Great Again, something like that. That's I like that album, but not in my top 3. Patrick, what's your feelings on Stryper, and do you like any of their stuff?
Actually, I'll give you my list of the top 5, and it's going to be in the form of feces: dog, rabbit, deer, gerbil, and human. I guess I have to throw a 5th one in there, but or we could go
Just
with the
not a
sounds.
Stryper fan at all.
The sounds of dying rabbits, like they sound like babies crying. Nails on a chalkboard. An obese man in a porta johny at a sweaty concert.
Oh,
I mean, we can go, but literally, I mean, and it's like musically, I find the music amazing. And I think this is where it comes into play for me, is because as a lyricist, and I'm not saying that I'm freaking Edgar Allan Poe of music, but lyrically, it's cheese. It's cheesy words, cheesy lyrics, cheesy enunciation. It's all just cheese to me, and that has never resonated with me. And that's not just Stryper. That's with I just multiple bands from the 80s and 90s where it's just I cannot get into the music if I can't get into what you're saying. And so
well, that's kind of what I said about the Battle Hymn of the Republic. The song, as Stryper does it, is so cringeworthy. It's funny, but I know people love that song, and I can't figure out why.
I love it.
See? So I don't know why.
Sometimes I feel like it's just making music just to make music. Like I feel like Skillet. Here, let me go ahead and step on some other toes. I feel like Skillet, they sometimes just they go through the rhyming dictionary and they find
Don't
out
worry, Dave. We're not big enough to have those acts.
We're not getting any of these acts, Eric.
Well, what rhymes with hammer?
We're stuck with 3 days under.
Yeah, so I mean that's just my issue. And so whether it's valid or not, it's
I find it interesting, and I find it interesting from the standpoint of, well, you're in a band, you write lyrics, you write songs. I don't do that stuff. I listen.
What I find interesting about it is, like, in my genre of the Christian rock, people are like, they almost get offended that you're not into Stryper because, but they're like the forerunners and you should adore. No, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I don't have to delve into this style of music. I mean, just to
no, the music's subjective.
Can I phrase it this way? You respect them as artists,
yes,
but you don't enjoy their artistry.
Dude, like you said, I mean, they've been around for 30 some odd years. And so, I mean, they've done something right. So as artists, yes, I highly respect what they have done, what they have accomplished, what they have actually done for the Christian music genre as far as the rock and roll goes. Now, do I appreciate their music? No, I don't. I appreciate Oz Fox and what he does on that guitar. I mean,
he's amazing.
I appreciate Michael Sweet and the notes that he's able to hit and the way he's been able to sustain, especially at his age. Because the older you get, the more these vocal cords they start to give out. The voice gets weaker. You can't you can't hit notes that you used to. Look at John Bon Jovi, for instance.
Yeah,
he tried to go on tour to try to sing his old hits. He couldn't last 3 days and it was hot trash. Sweet's out there grinding the pavement day in and still selling out stadiums. So yes, there's something to be said for them. I just think their music sucks.
That's fine. It's music subjective. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
You can send all hate mail to riversPR79@hotmail.com.
Me and Dave have talks. I mean, I have never been a Beatles fan.
I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but I
now you're a huge Metallica fan, and to me, they only made one good album, and
maybe the one they're getting ready to come out with is going to be their next good album for you, Aaron.
Oh, have you heard that new song? Have you guys heard that new song? Have you heard it?
No,
I didn't know they released anything yet.
Oh, it came out on like Tuesday. It is fantastic. Probably
I'll check it out.
Probably their best stuff yet. Now I'm
Justice for All.
Well, my favorite Metallica song is Fuel, and that came off of some of the Hated albums, right?
Dude, so, yeah, you have no standing here.
Oh, stop. Fuel is a great song.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. What up, Burn? Ooh. I'm gonna go be Macho Man.
But that's so great about music and sports and food and all the discussions you could. Some people like it, some people don't. I was texting back and forth to Patrick last week. I watched the Steelers Cincinnati game, and some people just wouldn't like that type of game. And I was like, man, 3 yards and a cloud of dust and just a lot of really hard contact and all that. I mean, they don't like each other. And so, but it's great football. And so some people like it, some people don't. So that's what's great. And yeah. And so again, Stryper's not for everybody. Either the Metallica or the Beatles. It just depends.
Yeah.
I like Metallica. I just think that whole Fuel album was
yeah, I believe that one was off a Reload. And yeah, no, that is like probably one of the best songs on that album. I don't remember everything on the album. I
just wondered if like what's the James, the lead singer for Metallica?
Yeah.
Would put out his, top albums and put something at the bottom. Michael Sweet was pretty, he was pretty honest, like, hey, that album, I forget which one, the bottom one was
Above the Law.
Above the Law.
Yeah, horrible. That thing was horrible.
Yeah.
That was like Kiss taking off the makeup, unmasked, because they got rid of the yellow and black thing.
Yeah.
And I was looking at this going, what is this about? Where's the yellow and black? Where's the 80s? It's all gone.
And where I despise the Pittsburgh Steelers so much? Maybe I just hate Stryper because of their color scheme.
See, there you go. There.
I mean, maybe it's deeper than just bad lyrics.
Black and yellow attack. It was like, oh, this is out of here.
Yeah, there you go.
Running over with the car.
Well,
no, I'm sorry. He's in Kentucky. Get the horses and swap it out.
Get the mud bogger.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the ATV, Aaron. The ATV. Disc, you go out there and you fire up that four-wheeler, and we're going to run over this black and yellow attack trash.
Well, where's Key, honey?
I mean, I ain't even putting that crap in our
daggone. I was going to do a little improv with you, but I was going to do a little improv with you. But it's all good. I was going for, there is no key. You just stick your finger in there and it start up.
It's a screwdriver. We ain't got keys.
Keys?
This is hot off a stolen market. I got it at one of them cons I went to behind the Walmarts.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. We'll come back and we'll hit Spotify wrap ups and yeah, I don't know. I might have to give Aaron the Heimlich.
I'm better now. It's the Rock Salt Newscast experience.
Thank you.
I'm choking on it.